Unless you've avoided your locals and slept under a rock for the past 6 months, you should see a general trend here in all these graphs. I applaud Fuzzy Paradox for putting the same units continuously on every pie chart for the various tournament results both in Japan and in the West, because there's one clan in particular that's been on these for quite a while. As a competitive player, I am so tired of playing against Gear Chronicle over and over again, as it's arguably been an S tier deck for almost an entire year in Premium, between MFD and Steam Maiden's reigns, and 5 months now of Chronojet and Standard. Something has to give, and I'll be breaking down the history of Gear Chronicle's chokeholds over the various formats over time, and what we can do to fix our problem now. Gear Chronicle was first introduced at the start of G-Era, with the first starter deck when the anime started following a new protagonist in Chrono Shindo. For Gear Chronicle appropriately catch up to the 5 previous years of the game, it had to be speedran, with 9 of the 14 main booster sets supporting Gear Chronicle, 2 technical booster sets with 1 exclusively being all Gear Chronicle, and 3 structure decks over the era's history, allowing one of that best decks to have some of the most printed cards in the game at the time, and its top decks resulting in Time Leap and Zodiac Time Beast through G-Era. Due to its dominance in G-Era, Gear Chronicle was heavily undersupported in the V reboot, not allowing it to see any relevance in the V format until the Astral Force with the release of Chronofang, but it still really wasn't able to compete at a high tier in the format, and none of the support really translated well into Premium, so the clan continued to starve. But when Vanguard went under its second reboot with Overdress, this is where the problem started brewing. Multiple V clan collections allowed for Gear Chronicle to get this heavy bind support, and with the power of Mystery Flare Turbo, a deck designed to take 3 turns in a row, Premium problems started popping off. Before it was banned halfway through this past BCS season, MFD took up 16.7% of top 8s and 25% of top 4s, prompting an emergency ban list hit on MFD along with Ripples. But when we thought we escaped Gear Chronicle dominance in Premium, this deck began to pick up steam, no pun intended, from the counterpart in the V era, with Steam Maidens being the absolute best deck in that format. Steam Maidens became the best deck in Premium overnight with its ability to ride down from Ingelsa and have the most broken grade 2 ever printed in the game's history. With the power of the ride down enabler in Premium and its ability to adapt, it easily became one of the best decks in the current metagame and has been able to be resilient in its ability to finish and its different ways it's able to pop off and gain advantage. And by adding the Chronojet now, because of the ban of Ingelsa, this deck not only got a little more consistent, it now has access to Hetero Round. So where's the problem, Bushi? Now enter February, when Chronojet is brought to standard with the Crest, and the deck's ability to stay so far ahead on card advantage with GG and Gungram in combination with Brainwash Swirler allows for Jet to pretty much auto-win if you open GG with any of the 2 Soul Chargers, and its +3 ride line, I don't see where this deck minuses. With continuous access to triple drive, this deck just drowns out any other deck in the game with card advantage, and the power scaling of the Crest just goes even more crazy. So now how do we handle these issues across the board? Well, for starters in Premium, Enterana needs to go. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This card's power level is insane. The card's a walking +3 and should have never ever really been printed, considering that no clan has a card even close to this card's power level. Additionally, it would finally actually hit Steam Maiden's consistency and offensive output in Premium. In terms of Standard, you could go 2 ways. You could either choice restrict Gigi and Gunram or ban GG, and it's simple as to why. GG, straight up, is the problem card of Gear Chronicle and Standard, so you either remove GG's consistency of being paired with 8 other cards, now only being able to be paired with 4 cards in your grade 1 slot, and so this way it reduces the chance of you opening GG Soul Charger, or you just remove GG entirely because she's just the freest card in the deck. Bottom line though, GG is this problem card that allows this deck's early game to be so impressively top tier. I'd like to reiterate though, I have no problem with the deck being relevant for a long time at all, but there's a point in time where this deck was the best deck in all 3 formats, and Bushiroad doesn't have clans in Standard. So just look at the design, because of how big of a mistake Enterana is, how big of a mistake the Crest was, and how the inner workings of Dark States allowed GG to become more broken. I think we need to draw a line. I hope this issue is taken care of sooner rather than later, because I would love for Premium to have a season where Gear Chronicle is less prevalent and allow different decks and new game plans to arise to the top. If you like this type of content, please go shop with my team sponsor Kingslayer Cards and use the promo code SCHOLAR to save 5% on all of your pre-orders and sealed product. If you need any of these amazing TCGs accessories, from deck box, playmats, and sleeves, and much more, go check out my supply sponsors Dank Ritual for all of their amazing product. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week. I love you all, and take care.
Stand it up.